schools in a town. We have 7 schools. Same female percentage is given. Total number of male 8,400, female 5,600, and total population, total number of students 14,000. Come on, 46. What is the respective ratio between total number of female students to all the schools together and the total number of male students of all the schools together? Female to male ratio. Female to male. So number of female are less than number of male. So your answer should be in increasing order. You can eliminate 2 options. Yes? Answer should be either third. Answer should be either third option or fourth option or fifth option. Yes or no? Right. Fifth option cannot be your answer because that is not 1:2. Either third or fourth. 5,600 is not a multiple of 3. Third option cannot be your answer. Answer is fourth option. Or else you can go for 5,600 by 8,400. 2 zeros cancel. What is difference between numerator and denominator? 56 and 84. What is difference? 28. Go for cancellation with 28. That is cancellation rule. Observe difference between numerator and denominator. Try to cancel your numerator and denominator with difference. Else go for next highest factor. So 28, 2 times 56, and then obviously that will be 3 times. 2:3 answer. Next, 47. What is the difference between number of female in school G and the number of male in school C? School G, number of female, that is 15% of 5,600. Amma? Ante kada, 15% of 5,600. How do we calculate 15%? 10% and half of it. So that is 560, and then half of this 280, and then need to take difference of this number with respect to male students in school C. That is 24% of 8,400. How do you get 24%? 25% minus 1%, that would be easy. 25%, half and half, otherwise divided by 4. 2,100 minus 1%, 84. 2,100 minus 84, 2,016. So our run number is 2,016, and from this you need to subtract this much. 560 plus 280, 840. Subtract 1000, add 160. Subtract 1000, 1016, add 140. 140 kada? 160. 160. 1176. 48. What is the respective ratio between total number of female from schools A and D together and total number of male from these 2 schools together? Okay, female to male ratio here also. A and D. A and D. Female are A and D. 8 plus 26. How much is that? 34%. So that is 34% of 5,600, and male percentage A and D 25% of 8,400. Don't try to calculate 34% and then 25% values. Take numbers as it is. You know the ratio, right? We have already calculated, that is 2:3. 2 by 3. No more cancellations. 34, 2 times 68 by 75. Next, 49. The number of male students in school F is more than the number of female students in the same school by what percent? The same school they said, that is F. Male in school F, female in school F. F, 15% of 8,400. 15%. 10% plus half of it. 840 plus 420. 1260. And female from F, 11% of 5,600, 560 plus 56, 616. So 1260 is how much percent more than 616? That's what your question. So 1260 is 644 more that of 616 into 100. Numerator is more than denominator. Answer is more than 100%, and how many options are there? many are there. Now, what is difference between numerator and denominator? 28. If you add 28 to 616, you will get 644. Now you need to identify 28 forms what percent here. 1%? 6.16. Forget about 0.16. 1% is 6. 2% is 12. 4% is 24. More than that. So 28 is more than 4%, but less than 5%, right? Because 10% is 61.6. 5% will be 30 point something, which is less than that. So answer is definitely more than 104%, but less than 105%. There will be only one option, I guess. Yes, second option is the only one. 1046 by 11. Okay. Next, 50th. What is the difference? What is the total number of students, male and female, together in school E? School E. Total students. School E. 6% of 8,400 plus 10% of 5,600. 6%, 5% plus 1%, 10% is 840, 5% is 420 plus 84, 420 plus 84, 504, 10% of this number 560, 1064. Right. Number series. First one is, I think, difference. Hope so, difference. Yes or no? 5, 130, 194, 221, 229. Difference here is 125 and here it is 64, and 5 cube, 4 cube should be 3 cube, 27. And then next is 8, 2 cube. Next 1, 230. Next 4, 10, 20, 30, 15. Into 2.5. Into 2 times, into 1.5, technically it should be into 1 and it is into half, 30. I think next into 3, into 3, into 3? No. Into 3, into this is something related to multiplication. By looking at numbers itself we can decide. 972, 11664, 174960. This is very clear, 3 times. And then here 10 times of this number is 9720, but you have more than that. Yes? And how much you need to add here to make it 11664? 280. 280 add cheste 1, 9, 4, 4. And this is 2 times, right? This is 10 times and this is 2 times of 972. So hope so this is 12. And in between you need to write 2 numbers. Should be into 6, into 9, into 12, into 15. 10 times plus half of it. 10 times ends with 40, half ends with 20 or 70 also. 40, 20, 60 satisfies, hence done. So now you need to take 6 times. This is 6 3 times, into 6, 6 square into 3, 6 square is 36, 36 3 times 108. I'll identify 18 as 6 into 3 into 6. I can write as 6 square into 3, 6 square is 36, 36 3 times answer. Next, into 1 plus 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3, 10 and 33, there you can find your clue. Using 10 you need to get 33, that is into 3 plus 3. So previous should be into 2 plus 2 and then before that it should be into 1 plus 1. So 3 into 1 plus 1, 4. Next, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, then divided by 3. Yes, last but one. Second least and third least numbers. Using that you can identify divided by 3 there. So divided by 2, divided by 3. Right, 504 divided by 3, 1, 6, 8. Next, quadratic. 56 to 60. No? What is 60th? 60th. X square is 361, y square is 361. Ma? Is x equal to y, or relation cannot be established? Remember, relation cannot be established. X is equal to plus or minus 19, y is equal to plus or minus 19. So, if x is 19 and y is plus 19 minus 19, plus 19 minus 19, x greater than, x less than, relation cannot be established. Of course, option is 3, but still answer is relation cannot be established. Remaining all are easy. Okay. 61 to 65. Amma? Don't want? No. (66). A and B can fill the tank in 60 minutes and 90 minutes. There is a leak at 3/4 of the height. If the leak is opened alone, it takes 30 minutes to empty till 3/4 of the height. Okay. Find the time taken to fill the tank if all the taps and the leak open simultaneously. Right. So we have a tank and we have 2 inlet pipes. First inlet can fill the tank in 1 hour or minutes, you can 60 minutes. Second inlet can fill the tank in 90 minutes. There is a leak here at 3/4 of the height. In the sense, it can empty only 25% of the tank. It can empty only 25% of the tank. Right. So, and that can empty it in 36 minutes. Yes. To empty 1/4 of the tank, if it takes 36 minutes, to empty full tank, it needs 144 minutes. Right. Now 3 taps are open. You are asked about the time to fill the tank. So to fill 3/4 of the tank, that is 75% of the tank, only inlet will work, both the inlets, and to fill 1/4 of the tank, 3 taps will work here. So now to identify this, you need to calculate the time taken to fill 75% here, bottom part, and 25% here separately. Now, to this part. First tap alone takes 60 minutes and second one takes 90 minutes. LCM is 180. 180 minutes. First inlet takes 60 minutes, so it can fill 3 units. Second inlet takes 90 minutes, so it can fill 2 units. So in 1 minute it can fill 2 units. To fill 5 units it need 1 minute time, and out of 180 this is full tank capacity. 180 is full tank capacity, but both will work, both inlet will work only for 75% of this. 75% of this in the sense 120. To fill 120 units, how much is the time taken by inlet pipes? Into 24. Into 24. 24 minutes. So to fill 75%, that is 3/4 of the tank, both inlet will take 24 minutes. Ekkada? Oh, 90 plus 45, correct. 135. In that case, that is 27, right? So to fill 3/4 here, bottom part, it need 27 minutes. Now, about 1/4. Calculate LCM for 60, 90, 144. For these two numbers it is 180 and 144. 180 and 144. Both are 18 multiples, I think. 36. Both are 36 multiples. LCM for 144 and 180. Both are 36 multiples. Take 36 common. This is 4 times and this is 5 times. 4 5s 20. LCM is 36 into 20, which is 720. So out of 720, first inlet takes 60 minutes. So it can fill 12 units per minute. Second inlet takes 90 minutes. So here it takes 8 units. And third one is outlet pipe. It can empty the tank in 144, which is 5 times. It can empty 5 units. If all three working together can fill 15 units in 1 minute. They can fill 15 units in 1 minute. But all three taps are open for only first 25% of the time. 25% of this. Half and half. 180. 180. To fill 180 units, how much is the time taken by 3 taps? Here it is 12 times. 12 minutes. So, to fill the tank completely, they both need 39 minutes. Next, $67. Of the 4,800 employees of the company XYZ, 2/3 are non-technicians. If the non-technician staffs were to be reduced by 1/4, what percent of total number of remaining employees would then be technicians? Right. We're asked about technicians percentage. Now let me I have 12x people. Why to start with 12x? Because we have fractions. When fractions are there, take LCM of denominators and then start with that number. In one part we are saying 2/3 and other part we are saying 1/4. Denominators are 3 and 4, LCMs are 12. So out of 12x people, non-technicians are 2/3 they said. So that is 8x and technicians are 4x. Non-technicians are reduced by 1/4. 1/4 of this number, 2x. 2x reduced. So non-technicians count becomes 6x. Technicians are 4x. Out of how many non-technicians are there? 4x. Out of total 10x. 4 out of 10 is 40%, right? 4 out of 10, 40%. Done. 2x in this చేస్తే non-technician 6x ఉంటారు. Total staff 10x. Out of 10x, 4x forms 40%. Simple. Next, Mr. Damas invested an amount of 13,900 divided into 2 schemes, scheme A and B, at the rate of simple interest of 14% per annum and 11%. If the total amount of simple interest earned in 2 years is 3,508, what was the amount invested in scheme B? Amount invested in scheme B. Total principal is 13,900 is divided into 2 schemes. One at scheme A and scheme B. Scheme A offers 14%, scheme B offers 11%. Total interest obtained here is after 2 years 3,508. Let's calculate it for 1 year. For 2 years, if simple interest is 3,508, for 1 year that will be 1,754. 1754. You are asked about the principal invested at scheme B. This is what your question. Let's go for reverse method. Let's go for reverse method. As you are asked about scheme B, let's treat there is no such amount invested in scheme B. So the total money is given for 14%. Let me calculate 14% here. 10%, 1390, 10%, and then 4% again. 1% is 139, which is 1 less than 140. 4% in the sense 4 times. Instead of 139 into 4, let's go for 140 minus 1 into 4. 144 times 560 minus 4, 556, 556. Add 10 here, this becomes 1400. You have 500, 1900, 46. If total amount is given for 14%, you will get 1946. But the interest given in question is 1754. We have some extra amount. How much extra we got? How much we got extra? 1. ఒక్క నిమిషం 54 అయితే 8 తక్కువ ఉండాలి. 192 rupees extra. We got 192 rupees extra. Am I right? Now tell me, what is the reason for getting 192 rupees extra? Because instead of calculating 11%, we have converted it to 14%. So thereby we have increased its value by 3%. Because of that 3% extra only, we got 192 rupees extra. You're asked about total money, 100% is equal to how much? If 3% is 192, 1% is 64. 100% will be 6,400. So 100% is 6,400. 3% is 192. 1% is divided by 3. 192 divided by 3, which is 64. 1% 64, 100% 6,400. Or else you'll have to use simple interest formula again. Takes time. Simple interest obtained on first part plus simple interest obtained on second part is equal to 1754. You'll have to solve linear equation, which obviously takes time. Next. A father left a will of 35 lakhs between his two daughters aged 8.5 years and 16 years such that they may get equal amounts when each of them reach the age 21 years. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum, simple interest, then how much amount was the elder daughter got? Elder daughter get at the time of will. Will time la enta adugutunam. Okay. So both the daughters are having different principles. But when they reach 21 years, they will get same amount. Okay. Let's say first daughter, elder will get younger will get 100% of X. Elder will get 100% of Y. Younger daughter age is 8.5 years, and after 12.5 years, she will become 21 years. After 12.5 years, and every year she will get 10% interest. Like that, for 12.5 years, she will get 125% interest. Amount received by younger daughter after 12.5 years becomes 225% of X. Out of 225%, 100% is principal invested and 125% is interest obtained in 12.5 years at the rate of 10% per annum. Am I right? Amount received by younger daughter. And next, elder daughter receives 100% of Y. And now she is 16 years old. She will become 21 years after 5 years, and every year she will get 10%. So for 5 years she will get 50% interest. Amount received by elder one when she reaches 21 years age is 150% of Y. And both the amounts are same. So X by Y is equal to 150 by 225, cancellation with 75. This is 2 times and the denominator is 3 times. So 2 parts for younger one, 3 parts for elder one. Total 5 parts. And the elder receives 3 parts. 5 parts is 35, 3 parts is how much? 5 7 times, 3 7s 21 lakhs. So elder will receive 21 lakhs. When was this? At the age of 16 years or at the age of 21 years? 61 years apda, 21 years apda? Amma? At the age of 16 years. At the age of 16 years. Will రాసినప్పుడు కదా. విల్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయినప్పటికీ అప్పుడు ఇద్దరికి సేమ్ అమౌంట్స్ వస్తాయి. ఎల్డర్ డాటర్ విల్ రిసీవ్ 21 lakhs at the age of 16 years, not at the age of 21 years. If you are asked about at the age of 21 years, you will have to add 50% of this. That is 31.5 lakhs. అర్థమైందా? క్లియర్ ఎవ్రీవన్? 21 years అప్పుడు ఎంత అంటే మళ్ళీ 50% యాడ్ చేయాలి, బికాస్ అట్ ద ఏజ్ ఆఫ్ 21 షీ విల్ గెట్ 150% of it. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్. A contractor undertook to make 15 kilometers of roadway. అమ్మా మీకు లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్లో ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? 16 years అప్పుడా 21 years అప్పుడా అనేది అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ఎప్పుడు? అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ఎప్పుడు? 16 years అప్పుడు అడిగారా 21 అడిగారా? 16 అని ఎలా తెలుసు మీకు అమ్మా? ఎట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ విల్ అంటే బిగినింగా ఎండింగా? అది ఇచ్చారా? బిగినింగ్ అని ఇచ్చారా? దెన్ 31.5 ఆన్సర్ లేదు కాబట్టి 21. దెన్ అమ్మా కరెక్టే చెప్తున్నా, చెప్పు. నీ దుంప దగ్గర ఏం నోట్లోంచి మాట రావట్లేదు, ఏమన్నావు? తిట్టట్లేదు అక్క నిన్ను. నీ సిగ్గుపడుతున్నావా భయపడుతున్నావా అర్థం కావట్లేదు నాకు. క్వశ్చన్ చదవండి అమ్మా. హౌ మచ్ అమౌంట్? హౌ మచ్ అమౌంట్? హౌ మచ్ అమౌంట్ మీ పాడు అక్కడ మిస్ చేసేస్తున్నారు, అదే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది. హౌ మచ్ అమౌంట్ వాజ్? పాస్టా, ప్రజెంటా, ఫ్యూచరా? కాబట్టి వెనకదే చెప్పాలి. అర్థమైందా? వస్ ప్లేస్లో విల్ ఉందనుకోండి, అప్పుడు 21 yearsకి చెప్పాలి. అర్థమైందా? అర్థమెటిక్ అయినా కానీ ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్పాల్సి వస్తుంది. కమాన్. సో ఓన్లీ దాట్ వర్డ్ మేక్స్ డిఫరెన్స్, ఓన్లీ దట్ వర్డ్. వస్ ప్లేస్లో విల్ ఉంది అని అంటే 21 years అప్పుడు చెప్పాలి. వజ్ అనేది పాస్ట్ కాబట్టి 16 years మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం. ఓకేనా? క్లారిటీ అది కావాల్సింది ఈ క్వశ్చన్లో. నెక్స్ట్ 78th. A contractor undertook to make 15 kilometers of road in 40 weeks. In 10 weeks, 3 kilometers was completed by 180 men working 8 hours a day. The men then agreed to work 1 hour a day overtime. So now they will work 9 hours a day. And some boys were engaged to assist them. Okay. Work was finished in stipulated time. How many boys were employed if work of 3 boys is equal to that of 2 men? So 3 boys work is equal to 2 men work. Boy to men ratio is equal to 2:3. If boy does 2 parts of the work, man does 3 parts. Right? They've agreed to lay 15 kilometers road in 40 weeks. And in 10 weeks, 3 kilometers was completed by 180 men working 8 hours a day. Now, completed work is 10 days work. How many men worked? 180 men. Working how many hours a day? 8 hours a day. By how much work is completed? 3 kilometers. That is 20% of total work. That is 20% of total work. Yes or no? So work done is 20%. What about remaining work? 80%. How many days time we have? How many days time we have? 30 weeks. 10 weeks are over out of 40 weeks. Remaining 30 weeks pending. Right? Plus 180 plus X members, X men are working, let's say. We'll convert men to boys later. We will convert men to boys later. 180 plus X men are working. And they are working for how many hours a day? 9 hours. 20. 4 times. Right? 9 and 10. 90. 90 2 times here. Any more cancellations? No. 16 into 10, 160. Hey. Ikkada ekkada undi, idigo 4. 4 comes to right hand side, right? 164 times 160, 320, 640. 640 is equal to 183 times 540 plus x. So x is equal to how much? 100 men. Entamma? 3x. Okay. 3x is equal to 100 men. X is equal to 100 by 3 men. But now you need to convert men to boys. From this, 1 man is equal to 3b by 2, right? 1 man is equal to 3b by 2. In place of men, let me write it as 3b by 2. 3, 3 cancel. 2 50 times. So x is equal to 50 boys. So we are adding 50 boys. Next. '71. Gopal went to fruit market with certain amount of money. With this money he can buy either 50 oranges or 40 mangoes. So the price of 50 oranges is same as price of 40 mangoes. Okay. 50 oranges cost is equal to 40 mangoes. He retained 10% of the money for taxi fare, so he has to only spend 90%. If he buys 20 mangoes, the number of oranges he can buy is, right. How much is kept aside for taxi fare? 10%. So he can spend only 90%. And he bought 20 mangoes. With the total money, he can purchase 40 mangoes. With the total money he purchased 40 mangoes, he purchased 20 mangoes, thereby he spent 50% of his money and 10% is kept aside, 60% is over, remaining 40% we have. With 40% he purchased oranges, and how many oranges you will get? With 100% you will get 50 oranges, and if you spend 10% you will get 5 oranges. Spend 20% you will get 10 oranges, and he has 40% now and he will get 20 oranges. Are you getting? Right. So quantity 1 is 20. Next. Quantity 2. Ram committed 2 mistakes in an examination where all the questions are carried equal number of marks and obtained 72%. If he had attempted 4 more questions and 3 mistakes, he would have obtained 84%. If there was no negative marking for wrong answers, how many questions were asked? Fine. In the very first case, he attempted X questions, correct, and he was given wrong answer for 2 questions, and thereby he got 72%. And in next case, if he attempt 4 more questions, earlier it was X plus 2, now 4 more, so that is X plus 6. Out of X plus 6 questions, number of questions that were given wrong answer are 3. So how many questions got given correct answer? X plus 3. Now he is getting 84%, and there are no negative marking. So 2 questions you will not get any mark, not even negative. And here also no issue at all. And if you answer X questions, you are getting 72%. And if you answer X plus 3 questions, you will get 84%. How many questions more got corrected here? 3. And how much percentage got increased? 12%. So you can conclude 12% is equal to 3 questions, right? Yes? Total number of marks 100% is equal to how much? Divided by 4, divided by 4. 25 questions. So examination was for 25 questions. So quantity 1 is 20 and 2 is 25. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1. Understand? Next. 72. Quantity 1 of the 65 students who took an examination from school P, only 80% managed to pass. School Q had 10 more students than P taking the exam, that is 75 students, and 4 fewer students passed. Find out the pass percentage in Q. Right. From P, we have 65 students and those who got passed are 80%. How do you get 80%? Subtract 20%. How much is 20%? 13. 10% is 6.5. 20% is 13. Subtract 13 from 65, you'll get 52. So 52 got pass. And number of students in Q are 10 more than 65. So that is 75. And how many got passed here? 4. Where is this? 4 fewer students passed. Fewer ante takku kada? That is 49 here. 48 here. 4 fewer. 48. It asks about pass percentage in Q. 48 out of 75 into 100. Or else, which is very easy. For 75 it is 48. For 25 that will be divided by 3. 16. For 25 16. For 50 32. For 100 64. For 75 it is 48 percentage, right? So per 100 it is how much? Divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3 in the sense 25. Divided by 3 in the sense 16. For 25 that is 16. For 50 that will be 32. Per 100 that will be 64. Or else you can go for 48 by 75 into 100. Cancellation. Yeah, it's up to you. So quantity 1 is 64. And quantity 2. Pawan and Qureshi working together can do a piece of work in 10 days. Whereas Qureshi and Rohit working together can do the same work in 12 days. All three work together to do a job for which they were paid 300 rupees. If Qureshi's share is 140 rupees, then what is Pawan's share? You are asked about Pawan's share. Now, Pawan and Qureshi can do it in 10 days. Qureshi and Rohit can do it in 12 days. And all of them received 300 rupees. Out of this, Qureshi's share is 140. Yes? How much is paid to? Yavarki? Pawan. So this 300 includes the amount received by Pawan, Qureshi, Rohit. 3. We don't have Rohit here, we don't have Pawan here. Okay? Days ratio between Pawan and Qureshi is 10 and Qureshi Rohit is 12. So ratio becomes 5:6. Days ratio. Days ratio becomes, for these two, becomes 5:6. And work ratio becomes 6:5. Right? Pawan and Qureshi and Rohit. So Qureshi is extra here, right? Yes or no? We got Qureshi for 2 times and he receives 140 rupees. Add 140 here. So 440 includes the amount received by Pawan, Rohit, Qureshi for 2 times. One time is given in 300, another time is given, another time we have added now. Are you getting? So we have to divide their shares according to their work ratio. So that is how many parts? 11 parts. So 11 parts is equal to 440, and you are asked about amount received by Pawan. Pawan is here, which is equal to 6 parts. So 6 parts is equal to how much? 40 times, that is 240. Out of 240, this is amount received by Pawan and Qureshi. Out of 240, Qureshi alone receives 140. So Pawan alone receives 100 rupees. Done? Next. 73 quantity 1, a truck traveling at the rate of 70% per annum, 70% per hour, 70 km per hour, uses 30% more diesel to travel a certain distance than it does when it travels at the rate of, at a speed of 50 km per hour. If the truck can travel 19.5 km per liter of diesel at 50 km per hour, how far can the truck travel on 10 liters of diesel at a speed of 70 km per hour? Right. 50 km per hour and at the rate of 70 km per hour. With the rate of 50 km per hour, if it uses 100% of diesel, at the rate of 70 km per hour, it will use 130% of the diesel. Okay, next. Capacity is 19, what do we call? Mileage. Mileage is 19.5 km per liter of diesel at 50 km per hour. How far can the truck travel on 10 liters? So if you have only 1 liter, you can travel 19.5 kilometers with the speed of 50 km per hour. And if you have 10 liters, you can travel how many liters? 150 kilometers. You can travel 195 kilometers at the rate of 50 km per hour. Mileage is given as 19.5 kilometers per liter, and you have 10 liters of diesel, so you can travel 195 kilometers. Okay, and now if you increase speed, diesel consumption will be 30% more. Okay, now 195, work done is 100%, 50 km per hour. How many kilometers you can travel with 130%? Wait. No. M1D1, M2D2. With 100% you can travel 195 kilometers. With 130%, how many kilometers you can travel? Yes. 0, 0 cancel. 13 10 times 130. 13 5 16 5. So that is 15 times. And now you can travel only 150. Did you understand this? Inversely proportional rule. If you increase speed, consumption rate of diesel consumption increases by 30%, they said. 30% in the sense 3 by 10. Yes? If you use more diesel, distance to be covered will reduce. అంతే కదా, ఇంజన్లో ఎక్కువ ఆయిల్ అయిపోతుంది అనుకోండి, ఎక్కువ డిస్టెన్స్ వెళ్తామా తక్కువ డిస్టెన్స్ వెళ్తామా? తక్కువ డిస్టెన్స్ వెళ్తాం. సో డీజిల్ కన్సంప్షన్ ఇంక్రీజెస్ బై 310. సో డిస్టెన్స్ decreases. For always increase of x by y, there will be decrease of x by x plus y. With usual rate, that is 50 km per hour, using 10 liters you can cover 195 kilometers distance, but distance decreases by 3/13. If it decreases by 3/13, it becomes 10/13. When you go for shopping, they will reduce the price by 20%. So what percentage you will pay? 80%. So this value decreases by 3/13. So it becomes 10/13 of the actual distance, 195. 15 times 10 into 15, 150 answer. Either or, it's up to you. Next, quantity 2. A group of men decided to do a job in 8 days, but since 10 men dropped out every day, the job got completed at the end of 12th day. Okay, how many men were there at the beginning? Beginning lo enta mandi unnaru? Let's say X men can complete the work in 8 days. X men can complete the work in 8 days. Total work is, or total number of men worked in first case is 8x. Okay? Per day X members work చేస్తున్నారు అనుకుందాం. 8 days చేస్తే 8x members can complete the work. Now, in other hand, X person started working, but after every end of the day 10 members are going to drop. So first day X people will work, second day X minus 10, third day X minus 20, like that. On 12th day X minus 110. Second day, how many 10s are there? How many 10s are there? Third day, how many 10s are there? 2 10s. Fourth day, 3 10s. 12th day, 11 10s. Okay? So number of people worked here. This is on first day, on second day, this is on 12th day. This is on 12th day. Now I want to calculate sum of all these numbers. Instead I will go for average, and then I will multiply that number with 12, then I will get total. So these are consecutive numbers, right? With a difference of 10. How will you get average for consecutive numbers? First number plus last number by 2. First number plus last number, 2x minus 110 by 2, that is x minus 55. And now this is average, and they have worked for 12 days. Total number of people worked for 12 days becomes x minus 55 into 12. That becomes 12x minus 660. So 12x minus 660 is equal to 8x. 4x is equal to 660. X is equal to divided by 4. So that is 165. Number of people involved here is 165. In the very first case, let's say X people have started working and they can complete the work in 8 days. So 8x people can complete the total work. But on the other hand, X people started working, but after every day 10 people are going to drop. So now I want to know how many people have involved to complete the work. in 12 days. First day X people will work, second day X minus 10, third day X minus 20, fourth day X minus 30, like that, and 12th day X minus 10. So if you want to calculate number of people involved here, you have to add these 12 values. Instead of adding 12 values, calculate average and multiply its value by 12. You will get total sum. So as these numbers are consecutive numbers, average is middle number, or you can say first number plus last number by 2. First number plus last number by 2 is X minus 55, this is average, into 12 days. Number of people involved here is 12X minus 660, and that should be equal to number of people worked in first case, 8X. From that you can get X value as 165. So 165 people have involved. And what is quantity 1 value? Quantity 1 value 150, and this is 165. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1. Next, if the sum of digits of a 3-digit number is subtracted from that, the number, it results in a 2-digit number. This process of subtracting the sum of digits of a number from that number is continued further with that resulting 2-digit number. Which of the following is a factor of the original 3-digit number? Where are the following numbers? నన్ను కాదు చూడాల్సింది, నన్ను ఆ క్వశ్చన్ చూడండి. క్వశ్చన్లో ఏమన్నారు? విచ్ ఆఫ్ ది, ఊరి మీ దుంపదేగా, క్వశ్చన్ ట్యాగ్ ఎక్కడుందో అక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయండి అమ్మా. విచ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫాలోయింగ్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ద ఒరిజినల్ 3-digit నంబర్. ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ అంటే చాలా వస్తాయి కదా. విచ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫాలోయింగ్ అన్నారంటే ఇంతకుముందు ఇది ఎక్కడో క్వాంటిటేటివ్ యాప్టిట్యూడ్ క్వశ్చన్. క్వశ్చన్ యాజ్ టీజ్గా తీసుకొచ్చేటబెట్టి ఆప్షన్లు తీశారు, క్వాంటిటీ 1 అన్నారు. సరే, మీ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ కోసం నంబర్ని అయితే తీసుకొస్తా, నంబర్ని తీసుకొస్తా, ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ సంగతి తర్వాత మాట్లాడుకుందాం, ఓకేనా? రైట్. యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ 3-digit number. From this, they are going to subtract sum of digits, such that they are getting 2-digit number. Okay na? Is that fine? Tell me, what is the least 3-digit number? Least 3-digit number 100. Okay. What is sum of digits? 1. If you subtract 1 from 100, how many digits you will get? 2-digit number. So least number is satisfied. You can do that. And if you take 109, what is sum of digits? 10. Subtract 10 from 109. Amma? 99. In between 100 to 109, you take any number, and from the same number subtract its sum, you will get 99 only. Take any number. తీసుకొని చేసుకోండి. అంతసేపు ఆలోచించాల్సిన అవసరం మీ పాడే. ఇక్కడ 9 ఉందా? ఇందులోంచి మళ్ళీ 9 తీసేస్తామా? మాట్లాడరు. ఇంకా 100 ఉందా? ఇంకా డిజిట్ ఏముంది? 1 ఉంది. 100లో 1 పోతే 9ఏగా, 99ఏగా మిగిలేది. ఆర్ యూ గెటింగ్ మై పాయింట్? ఎస్. See, I am telling you 1, 0, x. From this you will subtract x plus 1, because digital sum is 1 plus 0 plus x, which is x plus 1. Plus x minus x gets cancelled. You have 100 here, and then you need to subtract 1 from this number. 100 minus 1, which is 99. Okay? After 109, you take any number, and from that number, if you subtract sum of its digit, you will never get 2-digit number. After 110 or from 110 onwards, if you take any number which is a 3-digit number and from that if you subtract its digital sum of digits, you will never get two-digit number. Okay? So only possible conditions are 100 to 109. And from this, you may take any number and subtract its digital sum, you will get two-digit number. Yes? Start reading your question. Start. If the sum of digits of a three-digit number is subtracted from that number, it results in a two-digit number. And what is the two-digit number? Every time it is 99 only, right? Yes or no? For all possible conditions, if you subtract sum of digits from the original number, every time you will get 99 only. Got it? Next, come on. This process of subtracting the sum of digits of a number from that number is continued further with the resulting two-digit number. What is resulting two-digit number? 99. From this, you need to again subtract sum of digits. How much is sum of digits? 18. Subtract 18 here. You will get 81. Resulting number is 81. Okay? Come on. Which of the following is a factor of the original three-digit number? Original three-digit number. 100 to 109. For every number, you will find so many factors. So to identify answer for this question, first of all you need to have options. Or if you consider 81 also, forget about three-digit number. If you consider 81 also, for 81 also you will have many multiples, many factors. 1 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 9 is a factor, 27 is a factor, and 81 is a factor. Right? So which of the following is a factor of this number? First of all you should have factors. Factors are not there. Basically that should be a proper quantitative aptitude questions where you should have 5 options. Okay na? So quantity 1, quantity 2 lo idi work out avadu, porapatunu vachindi. Next. But anyway you know how to do it. Set of numbers are 100 to 109 only. Okay. Next. I think you can leave the question, but still let's target quantity 2 also. Let's see, you can anyway cover one question. A group of 630 children is arranged in a row for a group of photograph session. Each row contains 3 fewer children than the row in front of it. If there are n number of rows where n is greater than or equal to 3 but less than or equal to 6, then what could be the number of rows which is not possible? Number of rows which is not possible. Which is not possible ante more than 6, less than 3 kada. Wait a minute. Okay. 4 or 5 maybe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Between any two, we need to have how many different students? 3 students. Let's say this is x. X plus 3. X plus 6. X plus 9. If you have 4 rows. Let's start doing this from 3 rows onwards till 6 rows. Because n value is greater than or equal to 3 but less than or equal to 6, right? So let me start with 3 rows onwards. If we have 3 rows, this is the way. So how many students you have? 3x plus 9. So E is 3x plus 9 can be 630. This is 3 multiple. This is 3 multiple. This is 3 multiple. You will get perfect number here for x value. For x you will get perfect number. Yes or no? So 3 is possible. Possible numbers are 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 is possible. This cannot be your answer. If you have 4 rows, in 4th row you should have x plus 9 members. So total number of students, persons, 4x plus 18 is equal to 630. Plus 18 goes to right hand side, that becomes 612. 4x is equal to 612. Will you get perfect integer for x? Yes, this is 4 multiple. Last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So number is divisible by 4. So you will get integer. So 4 rows is also possible. If you have 5 rows, 5th row will have x plus 12 members. Total number of people 5x plus enta 9 18 30 kada. 5x plus 30 is equal to 6. This is also possible. Plus 30 goes to right hand side, becomes 6x. 5x can be equal to 600. If you have 6 rows and that will have x plus 15. How many students, how many persons are there? 6x plus 45 is equal to 630. 6x is equal to plus 45 goes to right hand side, that becomes minus. So that becomes 585. Is this 6 multiple? This is even number, this is odd number, this is not at all possible. 6 rows is not possible. You can arrange them in 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, but not in 6 rows. So not possible number of rows are 6. Is that fine? Next question number 75. The quantity 1. Along a road line, an odd number of persons are placed at an interval of 10 meters. So number of gaps are even number, even multiple. Fine. They have to be assembled around at the middle person. Then they all together covering a distance of 2.4 kilometers. Number of persons are. How many persons are there? Odd number. Yes or no? Odd number of persons are there. Let me start with 3 persons. Distance between every 2 persons, every 2 consecutive persons is given as 10 meters. 10 meters. They should assemble at the middle person's place. So this guy has to cover 10 meters to reach this place, and this guy also will reach this, will travel 10 meters to reach this place. Distance traveled in this case becomes 20 meters when you have 3 persons. When you have 5 persons, this person should reach here, and here this guy is the middle one, right? So the one who is at this place will travel 20 meters, and the extreme end, other end also, this guy also will travel 20 meters to reach this place, and the one who is at this place need to travel 10 meters, and the one who is at this place also need to travel 10 meters. So 20 plus 10, 30 into 2, into 2, right? So let me write it as 2 into 10 meters, and the other I will write it as 2 into 20 plus 10 meters. And if we have 7 persons, can you tell me? This is middle one place. This guy will travel 30 plus 20 plus 10 into 2. Other side also will take the same. So that is 2 into 30 plus 20 plus 10. All are 10 multiples, right? Take 10 common, so that will be 20 into 1, 20 into 2 plus 1, 20 into 3 plus 2 plus 1. Sum of numbers, right? Natural numbers. Sum of natural numbers. Yes or no? Right. And the total distance traveled given in the question is given as 2.4 kilometers. Converted to meters, that is equal to 2400. And that should be equal to 20 into x plus x minus 1 plus and so on 1. according to this logic. Sum of natural numbers, n into n plus 1 by 2, x into x plus 1 by 2. How many times? 10 times? 0 cancel. X into x plus 1 is equal to 240. What is the value of x? What is the value of x? 15. This is product of consecutive numbers, right? Small number square plus small number. Square value nearest to this number is 15. 15 square 225 plus 15 240. Satisfied. So x value is 15. Right? How many persons are there? How many persons are there? See, just now we got only this number n value. If you have 7 members, your value of x is 3. If you have 5 persons, your value of x is 2. So number of persons will be equal to 2x plus 1. How many persons are here? What is x value? 2 into 3 plus 1. How many persons are here? And what is x value? 2 into 2 plus 1. How many persons are here? X value 1. Into 2 plus 1. 3. Satisfied. So now our x value is 15. Number of persons are 2x plus 1. That is 31. So we have 31 persons. So quantity 1 is 31. Next, quantity 2. In a mixture of 35 liters, the ratio of milk to water is 4:1. 5 liters of water is added to the mixture. Then the ratio of milk to water change to a new ratio. If we want the ratio of milk to water to change back to the original value, how much of milk is to be added? How much? How much? 20. 1 part is equal to 5 liters, 4 parts is equal to how much? 20 liters. Simple answer. In the initial container we have milk to water respective ratio 4:1. Now you are adding water here. When you add water here, the ratio will change. And after that you need to add some more milk to make the ratio again 4:1. So whatever the initial ratio we have, in the same ratio we have to add the quantity of milk and water. Then the final quantity also will be same as 4:1. So whatever you are adding, this ratio should also be equal to 4:1. So you need to add 1 part of water, then 4 parts of milk. So 1 part is 5 liters water added, milk is 4 parts, that is equal to how much? 20. ఇనీషియల్ గా ఏ రేషియోలో ఉందో ఫైనల్ గా కూడా అదే ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో మనం ఎంతైతే యాడ్ చేస్తున్నామో యాడ్ చేసేది కూడా అదే రేషియోలో ఉండాలి. మనం యాడ్ చేసింది వాటర్ 5 liters, రేషియోలో వాటర్ 1 part. సో 1 part 5 liters, milk 4 parts, 4 parts how much? Right? Next, so quantity 2 is 20, but whereas quantity 1 is 31. Quantity 1 is more than quantity 2. Next, 76 DS. What is the 2-digit number? The sum of digits of the 2 digits is 12. Using this condition, can you tell your numbers? No. You can form n number of combinations. 39 is possible, 48 is possible, 57, 66, 75, 84, 93. You can form these many number of combinations where both are every number is a 2-digit number, but sum of digits is 12. So you cannot get unique number here. So using first hand information, you cannot answer the question. So 1 alone is not sufficient. Next, The difference between digits of the number is 4. Using this, can you get your answer? No. Again, you will get two combinations where the digits 48 is one combination and 84 is one more combination. Again, you are getting two more numbers. Again, it is not possible to get unique answer. So 1 and 2 are also not sufficient. Third one, number obtained by interchanging the digits is less than the original number by 36. Using this number, can you get your answer? Using this condition, can you get your answer? Yes or no? Only 3 alone? No. 1 and 3? 1 and 3 where sum of digits is 12. And your third one says number obtained by interchanging the digits is less than the original number by 36, they said. So this is my original 2-digit number and this is the number obtained by interchanging the digits. Let me treat x comma y and this becomes y comma x, yx and xy. This is 36 less than this number. Hence original number is more than the interchanged number, right? Number obtained by interchanging the digits. Original number is more. And what is the difference between these two numbers given? Difference 30. From that you can conclude one more point, right? If the difference is 36, difference between these two numbers will be definitely 4. If you take difference of a number from number obtained by interchanging the digits, and that difference will always be a multiple of 9. And our difference in question is given as 36. How many 9s will be there in 36? 4. So difference between x comma y should be equal to 4. And your first condition says sum of digits is 12, where difference is 4. How many possible numbers you can get? Only one, 84. And this is 48. This number is 36 less than the original number. 2-digit number is 84. You just need only 1 and 3. You don't need second also. You don't need second information. 1 and 3 are enough. One and 3 are enough. Second is not required. Using third information, you can get second hand information. Difference of original number and number obtained by interchanging the digits is given as 36. Hence the difference between two numbers should be equal to 4. Adi manaku vachestadi, second mention cheyakarledu. So 1 and 3 are enough to get your answer. Next 77. Richa's height. What is Richa's height in the class of 32 girls and 36 boys? The average height of all the boys is 145. Richa is nowhere involved. The average height of all the 68 students is 144.5. The average height of 31 girls excluding Richa is 143.8. Ekkada the answer? All are required. Total height minus boys total height minus girls height excluding Richa will give you Richa's height. How will you get total height? How will you get total height? You need to know number of total students into their average. So average height of all students is required, hence second information is compulsory. Second is compulsory. Yes? And you also need to know boys total height. How will you get boys total height? Number of boys into their average. So first is also required. And again you need to subtract girls height except Richa. So third one also compulsory. Third information is also information also required. So 1, 2, 3 will give you Richa's height. How many students are there? 68 into their average. What is average of 68 students? 144.5. And how much is boys height? 145. How many boys are there? 36. So boys height is 36 into 145 minus. How many girls are there excluding Richa? 31. And what was their average given? 143.5. Total age minus boys age minus girls excluding Richa's age will give you Richa's age. Need not to calculate this, but you just make sure will you get answer or not. Yes. 1, 2, 3 all are required. Next, what is the speed of current? Stream speed. You are asked about stream speed. The boat covers a distance of 48 kilometers in forestream downstream. From this information, what is that you can calculate? Downstream speed. So downstream speed is equal to 12 kilometer per hour. But you are asked about upstream speed. No, sorry. You are asked about stream speed. Downstream in the sense m plus s. Using this you cannot calculate stream speed. Next. Second one. The boat while running upstream takes 150% of the time to cover the same distance as the time taken to downstream. Time ratio in upstream and in downstream is given as 3:2. If the time ratio is 3:2, whatever the speed ratio, 2:3. Upstream speed is 2 parts, downstream speed is 3 parts. Using these two, can you get your answer? Yes or no? Yes. Downstream speed is 3 parts. Stream speed is half part. Downstream minus upstream by 2. Speed of upstream m minus s. Downstream speed m plus s. Subtract upstream from downstream by 2 will give you stream speed. So 3 parts is equal to 12 km per hour. You can calculate half part is equal to how much, and this is the speed of the stream. So using 1 and 2 you can get your answer. Yes? Keep it aside. Next, third one. The speed of the boat in still water is 10 km per hour. Speed of the boat in still water. Man speed is 10 km per hour. 1 and 2 will give you answer for sure. Keep it aside. Will you get answer from 1 and 3? So keep man speed here, you will get stream speed, no issue. Will you get answer from second and third? Yes. This is m minus s. And this is m plus s. Yes? Add these two. 2m. Subtract this from here. 2s. Add these two, 5 parts. So 2m is equal to 5 parts. 2s is equal to 1 part. M is equal to 10. So 2m is equal to 20. S is equal to half part. 5 parts is this much, half part is how much? Can't you get S value or not? Yes or no? Any two are sufficient to get your answer. 1 and 2 will give you answer. 1 and 3 will give you answer. 2 and 3 also will give you answer. Okay? So any two are sufficient. Next, 79. What is Neeta's share in the profit earned at the end of 2 years distributed proportionately? Neeta, Shiksha, Pramila started a business by investing 32,000, 80,000 and 1,12,000. From this, will you get Neeta's share? Yes or no? No. Because you doesn't know the time that they have invested their investments, and at the same time you doesn't even know how much profit you have. Only investments are given. So using investments, you cannot decide profit, sharing ratio or the exact profit, unless and until you have some information about their time period and their profit. Next, second one. The share in profit received by Pramila is 3.5 times the share received by Nita. So here profit sharing ratio is given between two persons. Using this also you cannot calculate because time is not mentioned. Nita's share in the profit is less than Shiksha's share by 8,400. Can you get an answer from this? No. No way you have information about the time period that they have invested. Amma? No, I am not talking about the total time period of their investment. I am talking about the time period that three of them have invested their investment individually. Nita invested for how much time? Wait. Wait. Three and a half, 36, 96, 16, 96, 16, 96, 16, 112. You'll get answer. Answer is correct number, point correct. They have started their business and business was happened for 2 years. Investment ratio 32,000, 80,000, 1,12,000. Okay? Ratio cancellation with 16, 2 times, 5 times, 7 times. Okay? This is their profit sharing ratio between Nita, Shiksha, Pramila. You are asked about Nita's share in the profit. In the sense 2 parts is equal to how much? This is what your question, right? So this is using only information given in first option. So as you need to represent 2 parts value in terms of rupees, you should have rupees in your question. Where is number of rupees given? Third one. Nita's share in the profit is less than Shiksha's by 8,400. Nita and Shiksha. So Nita is getting 2 parts and which is 3 parts less than 5 parts. So you were given 3 parts value as 8,400. You are asked about 2 parts is equal to how much? Can you get your answer or not? Yes or no? Yes. So 1 and 3 will give you answer. 1 and 3. No other combination will you get. No other combination is required. Only 1 and 3. Next, 80th. What is the cost of painting the 4 walls of a rectangular hall? Cost of painting 4 walls of rectangular hall. Area, perimeter, cost. Answer? Answer cannot be determined. Why? We have 4 walls, right? 1 wall, second wall, third wall, fourth wall. What is first option? Area is given. Where is your area? Length into breadth. Right? What is this called? Do you have height in first option? Next, second one. The perimeter of the hall is 168. Perimeter of the hall is a rectangle. That is 2 into L plus B. Do you have a height here? No. Third one. Height is not given. Answer cannot be determined. You need to know height, right? Height is compulsory.